Hello again. I have another movement to tackle here. I decided to go with a new Russian 2415B Vostok automatic winder because it was sitting on my bench. Just sitting here. Haven't had it on my wrist. And you might want to ask, which one am I taking apart now? Okay, let's focus that. This one is the new radio room. Okay, is it broke? No, but I'm gonna take it apart anyway, just because it was close to me and I'm kind of lazy today. All right, let's put that in the holder. A lot of people ask, why does that second winding gear have its own click? And it's hard to explain. When you wind it through the stem, it winds up through this gear, but when you wind it through the winder, it winds up through the main barrel, and consequently will turn this gear, and instead of turning that secondary winder, it has that click that bounces back and forth. Hopefully demonstrating that will be more beneficial than my explanation, which is pretty much clear as mud. With the movement in the case, I'm going to take that center screw out of the rotor. Looks like we got a little magnetism going here. That's probably not good, but we'll deal. Okay, take that out, and there's the rotor coming off, exposing the automatic winding bridge. Do you want to call it that? I'll call it that. Why not? This has 3 screws. One here, and one there. I like to leave these little tabs on because they just don't need to come off. There you go. I don't know if you can pick up any music in the background. I was listening to the old videos. They were kind of boring. Nothing going on in the background. My favorite kind of music is jazz. Sirius XM, real jazz. That's what's in the background at this time. If you don't like jazz, well, sorry. If I don't have that on, I got the blues. Okay, let's remove these. Oopsie. There we go. That's hit the right screw, dummy. Oh, we got some magnetism on there. I better fix that. Alright. 3 screws. Can you see that? Let me get a better shot. There you go. Okay. These just pop right off. Just give it a, let me come in here, get a better focus shot. Just get a blade under here, get a blade over here. There you go. Just come right off. I like to pick them right from the center. Make sure you got a good purchase on that. Come on. There you go. Oh, can you see that? There you go. Take that off. Now, we'd like to remove those winders. They have like a one-way clutch in them. They can wind one way but not the other. So when the rotor turns right, one engages. The rotor turns left, the other engages, allowing all that winding train to wind up the movement through the barrel. My explanation about that secondary click could be wrong. It doesn't wind it through the barrel. It winds it through that top gear. This one here winds that gear to the barrel, and I think because of that barrel rotating, this little guy has to move out of the way. That's why that one is spring loaded. You can see my demonstration should clear it up for you, because I know it's been discussed before, but nothing speaks louder than words. Because this is wound down, I'm not going to worry too much about things flying out. Okay, there's that one. And then this gear. Don't ask me what these are called. Like I said, they're just gears to me. Okay, let's come around here, show that. If there is any tension left in that mainspring, this gear will be tight and all the backlash taken up. And if you pull this out, that's going to spin out real quick, so you want to undo it through the winding stem to undo that. I think we'll be okay here because nothing let go. There you go. Okay. Now, when you wind a mainspring, let me adjust this critter. When you wind a mainspring through the stem, bear with me, people. Let's see. Alright, let me take this out of the holder. Make it easy on myself. And for everybody else, let's be honest. Alright, come on. Come on, genius, focus. There you go. When you wind through the main stem, or the main stem, yeah, there's only one. I pulled it out too far. You'll see how that click in the upper right works. Okay, there it is, clicking through the stem. Okay, does that make sense? Of course it does. Everything works that way. Let's go back into the holder, refocus. However, with the auto winder, come on, focus. How's that? Oh, look at that. Outstanding. I want this to be nice. When you go through, winding it through, say, that top gear, crap, making shadows. This is essentially what you get. See how that gear moves out of the way? Or did it? Yeah, there it is. See it disengaging? Kind of pushes it away because it doesn't want to travel through to the stem. I don't know. But that's what that does. That's why that little gear right here, right there, that's why that's got that spring load, so we can disengage those teeth. There must be a reason for it that they would do that. To keep less travel going through the stem? I don't know. Okay, my computer's a little slow today. It's not picking everything up. Well, here's a good time to show you how to let down the mainspring. Let's come around here. And I'm going to put a screwdriver on that center screw. And we're going to move that click over. And then we're going to hold that click. Like so. And then we're going to back down slowly, release the tension in that mainspring. It's going slowly because I'm just letting it go by itself and then adding friction with my left hand on the screwdriver. And when you let go, you can still move that click in and out. You are good to go. Your mainspring is let down. That'll work on just about any movement that's got a click. This light is playing havoc with me. I hope this comes out good. Okay, now we're going to get this out of the case because this case holder is a bit of a pain. Let's do this. Out with the case holder. And just like on the 2409, we are going to depress that little button, tab, post, I don't know what it's called, and extract the main stem. Main stem. Why do I call it a main stem? Don't ask me. Maybe I need a drink. Okay. Here it is, right there, in the hand setting position, push down, give it a tug, and out it comes. That's wonderful. Flip it over. There's our movement. Case goes somewhere else, not to get dirty, we hope. Okay. You remember our hand remover? In the last video, well, the first video, I hope I don't, well, if you need to see it, I'll try to demonstrate it. Of course, I can't find anything. Yeah, I'm real organized today. Okay, couldn't have gone far. Here we go. Let's focus up. Yeah, this light is horrendous. It's too bright. Let's try this. Bear with me. I know my dog looked up. What are you talking about? Is that any better? Might be too dark. You can't win. You can't win, can you? We're already 11 minutes into this, and all I'm doing is fiddle farting around. My dog Daisy agrees. I know. Alright, let's try this. One at a time. Second hand. There you go. Minute hand. There you go. Now, second, the hour hand. This is actually the second time I've had these hands off of this, because I did change the movement, or not the movement, the dial. Marinum sent me the wrong dial, and then they kindly sent me a new one to change out myself, and then put the silver one on. Piece for the wife. She loves it. Okay, screwdriver. I use this nice brown black pad here. This is a little different than the smaller cadet case. This has a bigger case, so we got this spacer ring in the middle. The older ones were steel, the newer ones are plastic. I guess that's acceptable. Why not? Doesn't matter. It's what we got right now. Take those off. I don't remove these all the way because I can slip the slot around to the slot for the stem, turn it over, or turn it around, and there you go. You can just pop that right off. If I don't have to take a screw out, I won't. That's how lazy I am. Yeah, go figure. Okay, next step. Let's get that dial off. Everybody's seen this on the last one, the 2409, I think. Well, yes, they did. Alright. I'll flip that, or loosen that one. Come on. Of course, the one thing I forgot to bring with me. Nitro gloves. So I'm going to have to go fetch some nitro gloves. I don't want to take this apart any further without them. There we go. That comes off. Pick that dial up. There you go. That one's done. Now, for my next trick, I'm going to disappear. This is going to keep recording. Hopefully you can hear some jazz in the background. Got to get gloves. Be right back. There we go. Now, this movement has a date complication. Sounds complicated. It's not. These are painfully simple to work on. I'm going to tighten up those dial feet screws first. And when I mean painfully simple, nothing like a Slava 2428 or a 2424. Don't quote me on that. Painfully simple, these little buggers. That's why I like them so much. They're easy to work on. Okay, now we're in our holder. We can get a better look there. Alright, I had a drink somewhere. There it is. Yes, it's after work. Time for a beverage. Okay, 3 screws holding that plate on. Let's tip that up a bit. We have one here, one here, one there. It doesn't matter what order you take them off, but this is our next step, getting that plate off. These are tiny little buggers. These are about the size of the screws on the keyless works. They are mini screws. If you're working on these screws with a dozen cups of coffee in the morning, like me, you'll get the shakes. Okay. Not with this one. Surprised that wasn't even that tight. Not that it's going anywhere. And number 3. Uh-oh, wait a minute. See? See how much I know? Dummy. This doesn't have a date complication. I am an idiot. This, I gotta crack myself up. Here I am looking for a date complication that doesn't have one, but it's got the plate. Good Lord. I told you I'm not into the technical stuff. This is a 2415B. What's the complication, the date complication number? 2414B with the auto winder? Holy mackerel. I don't know. I just read what was on the back. This is going to be like everything else we've done. I'm a little disappointed now. Does not have a date complication. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put the stem back in. Maybe I need more of a drink. You believe that? I can. Yeah, you can call me on it. Alright. There we go. I really did want to show you that date complication. Maybe I'll pick another one. Put this one aside. Horse's ass. Well, now that I got this apart. That's irritating. Genius. Genius. Way to go. Now look at that. I just took apart the 2415B keyless works. And something is missing. Yep, something is missing. Right there. That little spring that holds that together. Although this thing worked fine as far as winding and setting the time, doing all that. Okay. How long have I had this? A couple of months. I didn't see it come flying out of there, and it shouldn't have. So, an interesting discovery. A missing spring. QC was on break that day. Maybe having a drink like I am. But I work better when I'm lubricated. Alright, let's continue. A very interesting discovery on some QC there. Take that out. Don't ask me what these are called. I'm going to try to speed some of these up so we're not so long in these videos. I know I'm long-winded, so that'll do it. Let's turn that around. I can't believe that didn't have a spring. Lucky for me, I got a few laying around from old movements. So we'll get that back together. I really thought we had a 241, yeah, I don't know my numbers. I really thought we had a date complication, but I am not that observant lately. So, I may discontinue this disassembly now, only to scare up a spring to put back in there so this thing's complete. But that's quite disturbing. The QC didn't pick that up and this crazy thing still worked. Go figure. Alright, let's flip this over. Because it's brand new, it's clean, it's lubed, I assume. So for now, I'm going to stop there and I'm going to go scare up a date complication to show you how that works. See you in a bit.